Covering news where you live. This is 5 News This Morning.
I'm Joe Ellison. Thank you for joining us here for the latest news where you live. The second Republican presidential debate is set to kick off tonight at 8 o'clock. 7 candidates will take the stage at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in California. GOP frontrunner and former President Donald Trump will not be there. Instead, he's opting to meet with non-union workers in Michigan amid the strike and plans to speak at the exact same time the debate begins. Also, former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson will not be in the debate because he did not qualify. He posted on X saying he wants to keep campaigning to, quote, bring out the best of America, with events scheduled in Iowa, New Hampshire, and in other places across the country in the next few weeks. Meanwhile, House lawmakers are debating over spending bills as a deadline approaches to avoid a government shutdown. Here in Arkansas, this potential shutdown could affect students, low-income families, and others across the state. 5 News reporter Kayla Davis has those details.
A government shutdown would halt federally funded programs and could put hundreds of thousands of federal workers in a tough financial position. A big swath of government functions can continue operating for up to 2 weeks during a shutdown. After that, students in higher education could see educational grant and student loan payment delays. The White House says around 10,000 children from low-income families would lose access to the government-funded Head Start preschool program. And the military might have to serve without pay. Veteran Affairs Secretary Dennis McDonough says while payments for health care, benefits, and cemetery interments will continue for veterans, other important programs will not.
We will not be in a position to do a lot of the outreach that has characterized the last year under the PACT Act. Our in-person contact centers at our VBA, our Veteran Benefits Administration regional offices, will be closed. We will not be in a position to maintain the grounds at our national cemeteries.
And with the bipartisan stopgap bill headed to the House, McDonough hopes to see a resemblance of VA support from last spring's bipartisan bill between President Biden and Kevin McCarthy.
Support for VA programs and VA care and VA benefits that veterans have earned. And that's what we hope. We hope that is the result of this current situation.
But what won't be affected? The United States Postal Service will continue to run as usual because it's not funded by Congress. And just like the last government shutdown, the XNA airport should see minimal to no changes.
Honestly, things here at XNA likely won't change much. Our folks here at TSA and the Air Traffic Control Center have a great work ethic. They're diligent people who work hard and they have a team player mindset. And so when the government shut down in 2019, we didn't really have any major delays or attendance issues.
Covering news where you live, Kayla Davis, 5 News.
All right, before we get to other news of the day, let's get a check of that weather with meteorologist Zach Scott. And Zach, it looks like sunshine across the board.
Yeah, copy and paste. Really easy stretch of weather for the meteorologists across 5 country. We're looking at temperatures just adding on a degree or 2. There is a ridge of high pressure that is slowly pushing across us as it makes its way towards the Great Lakes to kind of anchor itself there. As it passes directly over us, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's when I think our temperatures are going to kind of top out there a little bit. Outside of that, again, not a lot going on. We're just tracking that, moving on top of us and really controlling our weather here. Sunshine, blue skies. Temperatures, again, running about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. All right, so we've added a degree or 2 the last couple of days. We were mid-80s, low to mid-80s as we went into Monday. We were mid to upper 80s yesterday. We're more upper 80s today, up to around 90 degrees in our warmest spots. Record-wise, so we know we're above average. Are we breaking records? No, thankfully we're not. We do not even want to get close to these records. 96 degrees is the record today, 100 on Thursday, 98 on Friday. We're looking at temperatures topping out in the lower 90s the next couple of days. So it's going to be warm for us. Thankfully, it's not going to be as warm as it was as they wrapped up September back in 1953, because that was a hot stretch for the last week of September back then. Upper 80s, low 90s. We're mixing in a few more of these low 90s. That's going to be the trend I see for us as we close out the rest of the work week. More low 90s showing up in the River Valley and the Ouachita's. Also, record-wise, we're looking at those records staying out of reach. That's good. Records are into the triple digits Thursday and Friday. We're not expected to get there. We'll be hot enough, though, in the low to mid 90s. Joe?
All right, thanks for that, Zach. Well, the Benton County Fair is underway this week in Bentonville. It kicked off last night for its 119th year. Fair organizers have a few new traditions this year to add. These changes include a larger music presence, a bike rodeo, and an historic sky wheel. But this year, Fair and Events Manager Susan Kohler says there's a higher emphasis on safety for fairgoers. She says they work closely with the Benton County Sheriff's Department and Bentonville Police Department to provide a high police presence. And they've upped the Wi-Fi, so in case of emergency, people can still easily receive notifications.
If there was something even at a county level, if there was bad weather, reverse 911, they would be able to get that type of information. So that's another thing that we felt was important to just the fair experience, but also from one of those safety level.
Well, fair officials want to remind everyone weapons are prohibited. The fun, though, will last until 10 tonight and Thursday, and then until 11 on Friday and Saturday. Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Jo Ellison. Catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more.